Testing. Testing.
Pretty much now. 15 seconds.
That's fine. We'll go blank. Go for it.
Pascaro. The athletic staff. The athletic staff of Covenant College welcomes you to tonight's contest. We are proud of our institution's athletic heritage and are pleased that you have chosen to be our guest this evening. Tonight's match is played under the rules and regulations of the NCAA and the CCS. We expect good sportsmanship, good conduct, and respect to prevail throughout the contest. Covenant College, the NCAA, and the CCS ask that all spectators act responsibly, courteously, and with mutual respect to those in attendance. Consumption of alcohol, use of tobacco, abusive language, or disorderly conduct is unacceptable and may be grounds for removal from the side of competition in future CCS athletic competitions. Team members, game officials, and spectators deserve your respect and courtesy. Your cooperation is appreciated.
Bring that master up a little bit. Turn me up while I sing.
It's hashtag dead.
For shizzle, dude. Does anybody say for shizzle anymore?
It's just I haven't heard that one like ever in my life, actually.
Is that still hip with the kids as people?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's lead tonight's starters. First, the Piedmont University Lions. Number 1, Bobby Wood. Number 2, Andre Grant. Number 3, James Cash. Number 4, Nathan Jacome. Number 5, Delroy Mattis. Number 11, Colin Vogel. Number 12, Davis Knight. Number 15, Mohammed Al-Suwaidi. Number 18, Jason Osim. Number 9, Ricardo Ruiz. And number 23, Christy Pascaru. Piedmont is coached by Jimmy Stevens and assisted by Zach Ernst. And now, let's meet tonight's starters for your Covenant College Scots. A sophomore from Chattanooga, Tennessee, number 0, Eli Honeycutt. A freshman from Birmingham, Alabama, a junior from Augusta, Georgia, number 2, William Campbell. A sophomore from Homewood, Alabama, number 4, Fox Langren. A junior from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 5, Tyler Swinehart. A junior from Nashville, Tennessee, number 6, Parker Rohde. A senior from Troutville, Virginia, number 8, Blake Myers. A sophomore from Augusta, Georgia, number 10, Whit Tisdale. A junior from St. Louis, Missouri, number 12, Luke Laughlin. A senior from Lakeland, Florida, number 18, Knox Gibson. A freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 20, Daniel Wallace. And a senior from Lafayette, Louisiana, number 24, Kay Tennyson. Covenant is coached by Scott Bosgraf and assisted by Anthony Buzzio. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us for our opening prayer, followed by the national anthem. Heavenly Father, we just praise you for the opportunity to glorify your name through college athletics, and thank you for all the blessings we have in our life. Tonight, we pray for safety for all the student athletes competing, and ask that you give each one of them the courage to play this game in a manner which by their words and actions demonstrate good sportsmanship. We pray for the officials to work together to enforce the rules of the game, for the coaches to have wisdom, and for the fans to be respectful to both teams. We ask this in the name of our loving Jesus Christ. Amen. started saying a freshman from Birmingham. I was actually
It's Charlie. Yeah.
I was like looking at one or two. I was like, yeah, all this is yours.
Sweet.
Hello and welcome to beautiful Scotland Yard here for a little end of fall break CCS action between the Piedmont Lions and your Covenant College Scots. The Scots enter tonight 6-5-3 on the season, coming off of a tough home loss to Maryville last week, looking to turn their fortunes around against a 5-7-3 Piedmont side, who is a rival of theirs in the old USA South and now a rival of theirs in the CCS. Piedmont will get it underway, and they'll reset from the back to get our game started. Long ball early, won by Covenant. That bounced off the winger Christy Pescaru out of Dacula, Georgia for Piedmont. And Parker Rody, the junior, will throw in. Laughlin loses a battle there in the midfield. And Landgren will collect for the Scots. Landgren loses it there, and now Piedmont's breaking the other way. Pressure high up the pitch from the Scots here to start the match, but Piedmont will handle it well. Campbell does well there defensively. Myers and Campbell fighting over for the ball, but Piedmont will retain possession. Campbell wins that one. Gibson finds Tennyson, finds Tisdale through. Tisdale slots it across the box, but it's cleared away. Delroy Mattis already having to make a couple plays for Piedmont early, as the Scots will reset here, and Honeycutt will find Swinehart. Swinehart with some time on the ball will find Landgren. Landgren looking long into the middle, finds Tisdale beautifully, and Tisdale will reset to Myers, but Myers is passed for Gibson. A little too long, Gibson wins it back. Laughlin now on the ball. Laughlin finds Knox Gibson. Gibson an early ball. Tisdale takes a good touch. Keeps it, finds Laughlin. A little 1-2 play, and the Scots can't convert, but early pressure from Covenant here. A positive start. The Scots have struggled to score goals this season. Not normally an issue for them, but with a young squad this year, just been an issue finding the net. But good early pressure, and Swinehart will probably throw long here early. Tyler Swinehart, the senior. His throw's a good one. Headed to the back post, and Tennyson can't keep it in, but it will be a corner for the Scots here. We'll see if this early pressure will pay off. Cade Tennyson, the senior out of Lafayette, will be taking the kick. Tennyson's kick to the near post. Laughlin gets the first touch, but that's going to be a goal kick. Bobby Wood, the sophomore goalkeeper for Piedmont, will boot it away here. A goal kick. And he'll go short. One in the middle by Piedmont, but Campbell will get to that one. And the freshman will let that run through to Honeycutt. Honeycutt, the sophomore goalkeeper, will kick long, and Tennyson will fight for this, and Tennyson wins it. Good touch, but he loses out there and finds Landgren back. Landgren pressured, and a good tackle from Piedmont. They're going the other way. A break for the Lions, a threaded ball, an attempt on goal, and Honeycutt is there. Nothing doing for what looked like Jason Ossine out of Milton, Georgia. Wallace, the freshman, under pressure, will look up line, and that's going to trickle out of bounds for a Lions throw. Scots starting in a 4-3-3 tonight. They've alternated between that and a 3-5-2 this year. But they'll move Laughlin, a starter in the midfield, a lot this season, out to right wing here. Oh, Piedmont combines beautifully on the outside. And another speculative effort, and Honeycutt's not going to have any issue with that. That was James Cash, the defender, with the attempt on goal there. Parker Rohde under pressure will look long, and that's an easy win for Piedmont, who switched some momentum here early. Landgren out to pressure. Landgren does well, and now Myers will collect. Myers finds Campbell. Good pass there from the senior, but that's lost by Campbell in the midfield. Myers does well again. And now Gibson will lose out there. And a long ball will trickle out for a Scots throw. Rohde's looking long for Tisdale. Tisdale took a shot there. Laughlin's going to get there first. Laughlin makes a move. Laughlin with an effort, and it's just wide. A great throw in from Rohde. Tisdale did well to handle contact there and let it get past him. And Laughlin, his weak-footed effort, sneaks by the far post. Good start from the Scots here as Wood will play it short again. And they get around the pressure there. Lions now moving up the pitch. And Landgren does well to reset it back. Al-Suwaidi's ball is not going to get through, and Myers is going to get there first, and Tisdale's onside. It's a 2-on-0. Tisdale with an early chance. He misses it wide. Looked like it may have nudged the post, and the Scots struggles in front of goal continue. A brilliant chance for the sophomore Tisdale, normally clinical in front of net, but his shot grazes the post and bounces out for a goal kick. Scott's great start here, but nothing to show for it as Wood will kick away. Wood's goal kick. Wallace wins there well. Laughlin tried to go long there with a header. Tisdale will provide pressure, and Myers will win in the midfield. Finds Tisdale. Tisdale with some time on the ball. Finds Gibson, back to Tisdale. And Tisdale makes a nice move to keep it. Myers is touched a little long, though. And it'll be one off of Myers for a Piedmont throw-in. Strong pressure in the midfield from the Scots so far. It'll be Andre Grant, the freshman, who will throw it in here. And a long ball for Piedmont will be an easy one for Honeycutt. Nobody challenging that one. Honeycutt's going to look long here. And the sophomore's kick is a booming one, but it won't clear the Piedmont center backs. Campbell is stuffed in the midfield, took too long there. Long ball over the top. A foot race that Landgren will win. Fantastic play by the sophomore on the outside. Tennyson into Campbell. Campbell does well there to find Myers, and Myers has all sorts of space. The Scots on the break. Myers' ball is a good one if Laughlin can get there. Oh, it looked close. Laughlin doesn't like the call, but it'll be a Piedmont throw. Laughlin will stick in here and he'll win the ball. Laughlin will win the ball off. Oh, and the Piedmont wins a 3-on-1 there. Laughlin beat two of them. The Lions will get out. And a long ball over the top. Honeycutt's out of his box to handle, and he does well. A good clearance And Laughlin lets that go out of bounds. Not sure I've ever heard a referee boast on the field about their play, but I guess trash talk is for everybody. It's Rohde's long ball, a little looped in the air, and Myers jumps well and wins the second ball. Myers finds Rohde. Rohde to Campbell, and Campbell will reset back to Wallace. We'll look for Honeycutt, and the Scots will take a little breath here. Wallace now with the ball again. Finds Myers, and Myers finds Rohde. Good combo play from the Scots, but Laughlin made the wrong run there. But Laughlin gets back and wins it. Myers finds Tisdale. Tisdale can't find Gibson, and Tisdale will foul. Looks like Al-Suwaidi there in the middle. And it'll be Delroy Mattis that kicks long for the Lions here. Mattis, a sophomore out of Valdosta, plays it long. And Landgren wins it in the air. Piedmont retains possession, but they lose it out of bounds there. Good pressure from Gibson. It'll be Landgren that throws here. Landgren finds Tisdale. Can he keep it in bounds? He finds Tennyson. Tennyson with a beautiful move. Almost finds Tisdale, but Piedmont will come away with it. Creative from the senior on the outside. And now Honeycutt will recollect. And Honeycutt will find Campbell in space. Good ball, and Campbell's got time here. Oh, but Campbell misses there. Jason Austin wins it in the middle. And Piedmont plays well in the midfield there. Myers good with good pressure. Tisdale wins it there. Can Myers win it again? Piedmont will have to reset here. Tisdale high pressure here on Mattis. Tisdale and Laughlin double, but Mattis plays well there. And Scots will take care of business on the outside. Piedmont almost just sprung in Andre Grant behind. Grant, the freshman out of Alpharetta, will find Mattis. Mattis with time. Will look long. And it's no problem for Honeycutt. And Honeycutt finds Gibson. Gibson looking to break quickly, finds Tennyson. Not a lot of space there, and he'll just find Swinehart back. Now Swinehart out to Landgren. Landgren looks long, and it's Myers making the run out of the midfield. Mattis will cover well. Brilliant play from Piedmont to get out of that jam. Campbell with good pressure here, and Campbell makes a tackle, and it'll force a mistake out of Piedmont. Ricardo Ruiz, the senior out of Watkinsville, Georgia, the one who lost that out of bounds. Tennyson does well. Tennyson beats him down line. What a move from the senior. The Louisiana native can't get past. Brilliant play there in the middle, but Tennyson wins it back. And Tennyson will win a throw there. Al-Suwaidi, the sophomore out of Buford, who won it off of Tennyson there, lost it right back. Landgren, not a lot of options here on the throw. And Landgren will leave it for Swinehart. This would be a long, long throw if this gets into the box. He's going to try for it, but it's headed away from Piedmont. And a missed touch there from James Cash, junior out of Sewanee, and now Swinehart will look for the cross, and that's going to be an easy one for Mattis. Makes a mistake. Gibson with a chance, and he mishits it. Mattis headed that right back on top of the six for the Scots, but Gibson's contact was poor, and Wood will punt away. Landgren slightly misses his touch, but wins that one. Yeah, just bounces over Gibson there in the middle. Good tackle from Blake Myers. And a long ball, speculative, but it works out. Colin Vogel on the outside for Piedmont. Not going to do much there. He's turned away. And a hopeful ball on goal, and that'll be easy for Honeycutt. Ricardo Ruiz there. Couldn't decide between a shot and a cross. Rohde now finds Campbell. Campbell finds Tisdale, and Tisdale looking for Laughlin on the side. It was well covered, and it'll be a Piedmont throw. Mattis will swing it here for Piedmont. No, he won't. He'll find a Lions midfielder. Interesting touch from Ruiz, but no pressure from the Scots. And Piedmont, oh, swing and a miss there. Laughlin, strong tackle from Andre Grant. Laughlin can't keep it. Gets back in. Laughlin does well. Laughlin a little scrap, and it'll be Covenant ball. Well done there from the junior. And now Tisdale. Tisdale does well to turn. Tisdale slots it through for Tennyson. He's just offside. Very close there. But they are in position. It'll be a Piedmont kick. Well done from Tisdale there to turn and find Tennyson, but Tennyson just a step ahead. Bobby Wood's kick is a good one. And it'll bounce off of Swinehart. And Myers will try to make a move down the line. It's good pressure from Ruiz and a good tackle, but it'll be Scott's throw here. Myers finds Landgren, and Landgren loses it. Well done there from Gibson. A chance to spring in Vogel behind. It looks like he's on. Landgren does well, and Honeycutt catches at the near post. Not sure if Vogel was trying to shoot that one from the outside, but going to have to beat Eli in a more sophisticated way. Honeycutt's been fantastic in goal for his 2 years here for the Scots. With his long frame, it's tough to get it around him. Honeycutt's long ball is a good one, and Tisdale heads long, and a smart header back there from Cash. Well, the keeper could have grabbed that one. Not sure he knew what was going on there. And a corner kick for the Scots, and Tennyson a chance to capitalize on that mistake. Laughlin going short. That's not going to work out for the Scots, and Tennyson will hit long. Oh, Tennyson will go short here to Myers. Well won there by Grant. And Tennyson now. Tennyson's ball to the back post is long, deep, and out. And it'll be a goal kick for Piedmont. Wood will find Mattis here. Mattis will attempt to build out from the back. And finds well Davis Knight. And Ruiz's ball over the top is not going to be kept in. Trying to bite off a little more than he could chew there, and Rhodey will throw in now. Rhodey finds Tisdale. Tisdale does well to win it off of Grant there, and Tisdale gets some space here. Tisdale trying to beat the keeper there, maybe? Not exactly sure what the idea was there, but Wood will reset. Mattis's ball is a poor one, and the Scots will get possession in the attacking half. Landgren finds Tennyson. Into Landgren, who will find Gibson here with a little bit of space. Gibson well pressured. We'll find Tennyson. Nobody really in the box, and Tennyson's ball bounces harmlessly in the 6 and is out for a Piedmont throw. Covenant's front 3 is talented, but not a lot of height up top for the Scots. Not a lot of height in their front 5. And it's just tough to win those balls in. Laughlin does well there. Can Myers keep this in? He can. And now Myers on the break. That's a tough ball for Tisdale. Mattis covers well, and it'll be a Piedmont kick. Woods ball into space, and it looks like Landgren will be the first there, and Landgren's header's a good one. Campbell to Myers, and Myers with no options. We'll dribble around a bit, find some space, but his ball picked off. Vogel's ball back to the keeper. And Wood does well there, finds Grant. Grant's touch is sketchy, though, and Myers will do well. And now Laughlin has space. Laughlin has Tisdale. Didn't have the angle. And Laughlin's pass, a poor one into Tisdale. The Scots will turn it over. A good turn there from Knight. And Knight does well. Oh, Rhodey covers well there. Ruiz now with some space. Ruiz, just another mishit ball. On goal, and an easy one for Honeycutt. Wallace. Oh, can't find Campbell. And now a chance for Piedmont, and Campbell does well. Myers will find Laughlin, and the Scots will look to break here. Campbell hits the ball out to Tennyson, and it'll be easy for Wood. Wood will look long immediately. And it's won by Vogel, but Swinehart will collect here. Swinehart finds Campbell with all sorts of room. Campbell will find Landgren. Landgren looking long, and another easy one for Wood, it looks like. And now Piedmont with some space. Al-Suwaidi finds Grant, and Laughlin does well to get in front of the ball there. Laughlin finds Campbell off a deflection. Campbell to Tisdale. Tisdale with the ball won off him by Mattis, excuse me. But Mattis's ball will be an easy one for Honeycutt. A lot of back and forth here. The last 5 minutes devoid of any real chances, but the two teams feeling each other out as Campbell finds Myers in pressure, but Myers will reset. Myers back to Honeycutt, who has Swinehart with lots of time, and the Scots will reset. Swinehart looking long. Grant was there, a hopeful ball, and Rhodey will get back and win it for the Scots. But Rhodey loses out there, but Laughlin gets back and wins it. Myers plays an accidental through ball. And now Piedmont across. That's not going to do anything. Landgren does well there. Laughlin misses out in the header there, and Grant will just find Laughlin's head. Looking for Tisdale. Laughlin pressuring well, but Mattis handles the situation. But now he's out of position, and the Scots look to break. Gibson will find Tennyson. Tennyson under pressure. Tennyson turns well. The senior out of Lafayette making a run. Tries to beat Ruiz with speed. He beats him. Ruiz with a beautiful tackle from behind in the box. Tennyson wins the corner. Man, Tennyson's speed in the outside for the Scots. Created a couple chances. Ricardo Ruiz, though, handled it well. And Tennyson will serve a corner in here. 5 for the Scots in the box with Campbell holding back. Tennyson's ball deep. Swinehart will get it. Oh, and it's cleared away. Looked like Cash there in the middle. Good ball and a good header, but the Scots are denied, and they'll reset here. Campbell out to Swinehart. Swinehart, the center back, makes a move, beats Mattis with the ball. Swinehart's ball's a good one. Tisdale can't get on the end of it. And Piedmont taking a little to clear. Ruiz will send it long, and another chance for the Scots. It goes missing. Wallace does well back to Honeycutt, and Honeycutt will find Landgren quickly. The Scots trying to keep up the pressure. Landgren, almost loses it there. And Landgren fouls. It looked like Davis Knight in the outside. And Piedmont will have a free kick here in the attacking third as Zach Moyer, the sophomore for the Scots from Chesapeake, Ohio, gets ready to get subbed in. It'll be Pascaroo with the ball in here. They're set. And the ball in is a good one, and Mattis just can't get on the end of it. A great ball there from Pascaroo, the sophomore out of Dacula, Georgia. And Zach Moyer will enter the game. Will Campbell, who's playing the 6 for the Scots, will sub in. And it looks like Luke Laughlin will move back into the midfield for the Scots, and Moyer will move to right wing. And Myers will slot into that single pivot 6. Eli Honeycutt will clear it for the Scots here from this goal kick. And his ball won by Ruiz in the middle. And Vogel looks for a great play from Swinehart. Knight can't win it, and Swinehart does brilliantly here. What a move on the dribble, and now Gibson has a break for the Scots. Does well there. Tennyson. Can't find Gibson there. And it'll be a Scots throw here in the attacking third. Gibson will find Tennyson. Tennyson will cut inside. Tennyson will hit it. Wood saves. And Moyer is there to collect for the Scots. Grant with the pressure. Moyer trying to keep it in on this corner. Moyer loses out there, and now Knight will collect for the Lions. Myers with the pressure. Knight looking for Vogel over the top, and Vogel is offside. Scott's starting to turn up the heat here. Good pressure. Wallace with some time now. Wallace finds Laughlin with some space. Time to turn here in the midfield, but Laughlin's ball cut off by Andre Grant. And Rhodey will win strongly. Knight sent to the turf. And Moyer now. Moyer will look long. It's just over Tisdale's head and can't find Tennyson. Not a bad ball from the sophomore there. And now Knight will look long. And Landgren's there, but Vogel wins it off of him. Vogel with a one-on-one, and Vogel will score. And Piedmont with their first chance all game goes up 1-0 on the Scots. An unfortunate bounce off of Landgren's header hits Vogel in stride, and the Lions take the lead here after dominance from the Scots.
Number 11, Colin Vogel.
A brutal break for Covenant here. About halfway through this first half, and they'll have to come from behind again here. Sophomore out of Sewanee.
Number 10, Danny Castro.
A great finish from him. Great composure. But an unfortunate break for the Scots there, as they'll reset play. That's Vogel's 8th goal in the season. He's been prolific for the Lions. And Gibson's header won't find its way through Moyer. Tisdale finds Moyer, who will take a shot, and it's wide. Not bad contact from the sophomore there. And it'll be a corner. Looks like Moyer successfully argued that one. Not sure that ever hit a Lion, but the Scots will take a free corner kick here. And the Scots now will have 6 in the box. As Tennyson will play it long here. And Tennyson's ball will find a defender. Tisdale on top of the box hits well, and it'll spin out of bounds for another Scots corner. It'll be Gibson taking this one for the Scots. The lefty with an in-swinger here. The senior's ball in is easily handled, but it'll be another corner. 3 straight for the Scots here. And the senior out of Lakeland. His delivery is handled at the near post. Tennyson will win it first. Tennyson makes a brilliant turn and goes for a goal, and Wood saves. Tennyson did well to create space there. Didn't get great contact on the shot, though, and Wood will handle it. Scots have had all the pressure here. We're beaten on the counter. Myers will find Tennyson, but Tennyson has a one-off him by Cash there. And now Ruiz with it for the Lions. We'll find Vogel. And Vogel will play it through, and now Piedmont with a little bit of space in the midfield, but the Scots recover well. And Ruiz will look long. Ruiz finds Vogel, but there is Landgren to clean up for the Scots, and Honeycutt will find Myers under some pressure here. And he'll find Landgren. Landgren and Rhodey have switched sides. And an easy win there for Piedmont. Wallace does well, and Myers will clear, but only as far as Ruiz. Ruiz out to Mattis. Tisdale does well, but it takes a Lions bounce, and Moyer is there anyway. Moyer will find Tisdale in some space here in the wing, but Mattis covers Tisdale well. Moyer keeps it in. And it'll be a Scots throw. Another fortunate call there, as Danny Castro, the sophomore substitute for the Lions, looked like he won it off of Moyer's foot. Moyer will leave it for Landgren. Landgren will find Myers in some space here in the midfield. And Myers still has it. Myers finds Tisdale. Tisdale slots through to Myers. Myers will score! What a ball there from Tisdale. And the multi-year senior transferring from Liberty, Blake Myers, will score for Covenant. A composed finish between the keeper's legs there. And Covenant will tie it 1-1. It only took 3 minutes.
Number 8, Blake Myers.
Blake Myers out of Troutville, Virginia, finishes well. Tisdale did so well there. Had Tennyson on the outside, and a little hip fake sent the center backs the wrong way, and Tisdale will check off after that assist.
Number 11, Ty Morgan.
It'll be the sophomore transfer, Ty Morgan, replacing Whit Tisdale, and it looks like Tennyson will move to the 9, as the Scots now, with momentum, tied up again. Pressure on Mattis there, but he does well. And Moyer's not going to let that ball get through. Langren, pressure there. Langren finds Myers, turns well again. Myers is hot right now for the Scots. And Myers will swing it to Gibson, all sorts of space. Gibson will find Morgan. Morgan, the sophomore out of Charlotte, just checked in, and he'll lose it. Cash did well there, and he'll find Vogel. Brody, high pressure on Vogel, and Vogel will do well to keep it. And he'll reset to Wood, the keeper, who will play long. Langren, great touch there under pressure, and Langren will find Myers. Myers looking over the top for Laughlin, and Mattis won't keep that one from going out of play, but loses it there, does Laughlin, and Moyer can't keep it in for the Scots. Mattis looking down the line, and Langren does well there. Myers now to Moyer. Moyer under pressure from 3 Lions, and he'll reset to Langren, back to Wallace. Scott's keeping the pressure high. But now Knight pressing high, and Vogel can't win it, but Cash does. Cash can only find Myers in the midfield, though. Myers does well, but he's one off it there by Ruiz. Oh, and Piedmont, some beautiful combination play, but Swinehart's not going to let that through. They'll have a throw in the attacking zone, though, the Lions. Vogel will find Knight. And Knight will get it back again. Swinehart does well. And now Gibson with a chance to break, and Gibson doesn't really have an option. And now Morgan with some space. Drives into Laughlin. And Laughlin will find Myers in all sorts of room. And the Scots now with Langren on the near side. Back to Myers. Probing the Lions defense here. As Gibson will find Langren, will find Tennyson. Tennyson's touch gets away from him, and he just loses out there. Jacome, the freshman out of Sewanee, Georgia. Makes a good tackle there for the Lions, but the Scots now. Wallace finds Gibson, but Grant does well there. Oh, and a bad ball there, but it works out almost for the Lions. Wallace pressured well there from Knight. It'll be a Scots throw. As 2 Scots are checking in now. Tyler Johnson, the freshman, and Jackson Hinson, the freshman.
And number 23, Jackson Hinson.
Looks like Gibson and Tennyson will make way, the seniors. And Langren will throw in here for the Scots. We'll go long to Hinson. Hinson will flick on well for Johnson, but Johnson's touch, he keeps it in. Freshman does well. Freshman dances around a Lions midfielder. Moyer will try a difficult one, and it's not going to come off for him. It'll be a Lions goal kick. Wood, the sophomore, will kick away. We're through half an hour here at Scotland Yard. It's 1-1. It's been mostly Scots possession here today, but Piedmont did well with their one chance. As Vogel, looks like he may have been tripped up there. Swinehart keeps up the pressure, and Swinehart will win a throw there. Finds Laughlin with space. Can Laughlin find Moyer? He can't. Mattis covered well, but it'll be a foul there. Jacome will foul Laughlin in a good position for Covenant here. Looks like Swinehart, the center back, lining up over it. Piedmont has their line set. They've set up the wall there, and now Swinehart maybe thinking about trying this one from long range. Myers runs over it. Swinehart blasts it over the fence and out of play. Not a great effort from the center back. Not known for his dead ball specialty.
Now entering for Piedmont, number 20, Tanner Beam. And number 21, Jackson Shirley.
Jackson Shirley and Tanner Beam checking in here for the Lions, as Jason Austin and Mohamed Al-Suwaidi will make way. And Bobby Wood's goal kick is a good one. It'll get to the Scots back line, but Langren wins well there. And now Moyer wins it for the Scots, and Moyer will find Morgan. Morgan tries to get past Cash with a big touch. Cash handles it well. And Cash, wow, finds Vogel there. And Vogel dances into space. He's under pressure, but he'll play it back to Wood. And now Bobby Wood with some time. We'll play it over. And he'll find Ruiz. Ruiz back to Jacome. And Jacome plays it through. Lost there. Moyer does well. Moyer looking long to Johnson. Johnson can't get past Mattis, though. A good run from Hinson on the outside. Mattis looking long. Not a bad ball. And Honeycutt will clear there. Moyer under pressure. Moyer does well. Moyer couldn't find Johnson there. Andre Grant's had a great game at left back for the Lions so far. And Grant has the ball played behind him, but he does well to keep it. And it'll still be Lions ball here in the midfield. Shirley looks long for Vogel, but Rhodey is there. Vogel been the star of the show for Piedmont so far. And he'll get it again. A little bit of a scrappy play here in the midfield. And Laughlin will pressure well, and Laughlin will win it. That's his strength. Fantastic defensive midfielder for the Scots. Plays more of a box-to-box 8, but he is so good at pressing, and the Scots will come out with it. Myers will find Landgren there with a good move. And Landgren will cut back into Myers. Finds Hinson, back to Landgren. Their roommates combine. And Landgren to Johnson, who's under pressure, and Jacome does well. Freshman on freshman there. And great play from Swinehart to win it there in midfield, and it'll bounce all the way to Wood. 3/4 of the way through this first half. Mattis now for the Lions. And a missed play there. Jackson Shirley, the sophomore, will just play it out of bounds. And Moyer will find Myers in all sorts of space. Laughlin will just play it back to Swinehart. Swinehart will find Morgan. Through to Johnson, but Johnson loses out there again. Laughlin covers well. And Swinehart will collect and play it back to Wallace. Wallace, the freshman, long to Hinson. And that freshman can't keep it in. Made a good play on it, but Mattis did well. Mattis looking down the line. Langren pressures well, and Moyer keeps it in for the Scots. Moyer now with a lot of options, and Landgren. Make a good play here, and the Homewood native will find Laughlin. Back to Myers. That's a tough one for Myers. Myers sticks in beautifully. What a tackle. Tanner Beam got sent flying. Mattis plays a good ball through Laughlin's legs. Great tackle from Morgan. Myers will do well. Myers pays a little wall play from Hinson, and Morgan will find Johnson. Johnson's touch, a good one. Mattis covers. Johnson played beautifully to get around Jacome there. Almost had a chance for the Scots. They'll get a throw in, and they'll play it short here to Rhodey. Rhodey finds Laughlin. Laughlin's going to look into the box. Jacome will head it out for a corner. The Scots' 7th corner this half. Rhodey stuffed by Jacome. And now the counter's on. Wallace didn't pressure there, but that ball's just a hopeful one, and Honeycutt will collect. Piedmont's only real chances have been on the break. It's been an issue for Covenant this year. Landgren loses out there looking for his roommate Hinson. And Knight makes a mistake there, and Knight will foul the freshman Wallace. A reckless tackle there, but no hard contact and no card. Covenant preparing a triple substitution. The junior Anderson Ivy, the senior Weston Marshall, and the freshman Colin Kitchen about to check into the game for the Scots. That ball won by Shirley. Ruiz pressured, and he'll lose out to Landgren, who will find Moyer one time. And Moyer can't slide it through to Johnson. Landgren does well again. And now Shirley with some space. Shirley will look long. And Rhodey does well there, but the Lions will retain possession through Cash. Cash plays it outside, and Rhodey will handle there, and Myers will find Morgan. Morgan back to Myers, now out to Rhodey. Back into Myers, back out to Rhodey. Scott's just keeping possession here, but Rhodey looks long for Hinson. It's not a bad ball. Who's going to get there first? Hinson wins it. Hinson will just play it back to Morgan. He had Johnson through. And Morgan stuffed for the first time and the second by Jacome. But Myers will collect here with some space. Laughlin tries to flick it through for Johnson, but a little bit too much mustard on that one. And the keeper Wood will collect. Wood's ball won by Laughlin, but Laughlin just a little bit too much for Moyer. Not a good header for Mattis. And now Laughlin will collect. Holding off two Lions. He does brilliantly there. Moyer can't get it through Mattis. Oh, Laughlin. Brilliant move there to nutmeg beam. And now Myers will reset. Scott's doing well in tight spaces right now. But the Lions defending well. Swinehart looking long. Great ball. The Charlotte natives connect. Morgan slots it through. Johnson will score. Ty Morgan with a brilliant ball in. And the freshman Johnson made no mistake. A one-touch finish slotted past Wood. And the Scots have turned it around.
By number 9, Tyler Johnson.
A 2-goal first half for the Scots after going down 1-0 early. A great finish from the freshman. A great ball out from Swinehart to Morgan to spring the sophomore transfer. And Morgan made no mistake, an inch-perfect ball in. And Johnson will come off the pitch, as well as Morgan, after those two combined. It's 2-1 Scots here. And it looks like James Rowan, the junior, will have checked in as well. Rowan, a local Chickamauga, Georgia native. And Daniel Wallace is also checked out of the game. The freshman looks like he may have gotten the worst of that tackle from Knight earlier that won a free kick for the Scots. Marshall pressing hard up here. But Mattis will go back to the keeper. And Marshall's getting out there again. Clearly he was instructed to press. And Rhodey will win a Scots throw-in off of Vogel's head. The Scots really starting to twist the screw here. Rhodey's looking long, but looks like Cash won a throw-in for the Scots there. Kitchen, he's got a long throw in him, and he's found Marshall down the line. The freshman may not be large, but he has got a large throw-in. It'll be a corner kick here for the Scots. It'll be Laughlin that takes it for the first time. Only 4 in the box here for the Scots. Well, Langer will make it 5 here. Sneaking in on the far post. Laughlin's ball is a good one. Swinehart got a head to it, but it was blocked by Jacome. And a battle on the outside, and Langer doesn't like that call, but it'll be a Lions kick. 5 minutes left here in the half. It's 2-1 Covenant after an early Piedmont goal. Wood's kick, a little floated. And Kitchen, the freshman winger, will win it, and that looked like a handball. And the ref will call it. It'll be Scott's kick. Myers will find Laughlin in all sorts of space. Laughlin has a man on his back, and he'll just play it back to Hinson. Hinson, a versatile freshman, has played Center back, outside back, the 6 and the 8 for the Scots. Piedmont unhappy about that call. That one did look like it was Scott's throw. Laughlin will loop it over to Marshall, who'll have a tough time handling that. Jacome gets a little lucky with that touch. And Woods' long ball will find Rody's head. And the freshman Kitchen will keep it in. Rody looking over the top for Rowan. Rowan in a foot race with Shirley, and Shirley will do well. But a throw in here for the Scots, and Kitchen's going to look to get this in the box. Kitchen's throwing is a good one. It's into the 6. Laughlin into the top of the net. A good effort there. It'll be a Piedmont goal kick. The Scots with a couple players with long throws, a new weapon for them this year. And they almost capitalized there. Not often you see a freshman winger with a long throw on them. But a good weapon to have in his arsenal. As Rowan will win the header there, and Landgren will look very long. And the pressure is on, but Jacome will head back to Wood. Wood will find Ruiz in all sorts of space. Kitchen is tearing back for the Scots. Puts pressure on the ball, and he'll make Ruiz turn around. Cash into Beam. Beam will find Cash, and Cash will find Ruiz. Good combination play. Is Vogel on? He is. Swinehart stuffs him twice. Great play from the senior there. Junior, excuse me. And Cash will throw here for Piedmont as we tick below 3 minutes left in the half. Well won by Hinson. Scots are messing around with it in their own box. Marshall can't do a lot with that, but good pressure from the senior. Oh, Mattis does brilliantly. Plays it between Laughlin's legs, and it'll start a break for Piedmont. But nothing doing there as Landgren makes a good play on what looked like Danny Castro, the sophomore. Laughlin does well there again. And Grant's ball will find Myers in the middle, and Myers will just boot it out for a Piedmont throw. Grant will find Castro into Beam, pressured by Ivy. And now Mattis will play long, a hopeful ball to Vogel, and Vogel can't get there. Rody looking quickly down line. Can he get it to Kitchen? Cash will head it out, and Kitchen did well there to win a Scots throw. And now Kitchen taking a little time on the throw-in. And Ruiz will win it off of Marshall there. Ruiz's ball off of Laughlin takes a fortunate bounce for the Lions. And now Mattis with some space. Mattis gets by Ivy, but his ball is going to be a Scots throw in the defensive third.
One minute.
Landgren will throw as we tick below a minute, and Laughlin does well there. Marshall flicks through Rowan. Rowan will find Blake Myers, who can't find Colin Kitchen. Oh, and a brilliant flick there. Vogel, well pressured. Vogel can't make a chance. Hinson did brilliantly. The freshman, an impromptu center back, did well, and a poor ball there from Ruiz will send it to Honeycutt, who will look to see out the rest of the half here for the Scots. Vogel has been the one dangerous spark for the Lions here tonight, and he almost broke another one. Honeycutt's ball, long to Rowan, won there by Ruiz. Beam will find Ruiz again, and Ruiz,
10,
a
9,
flick through, and Honeycutt will collect. Oh, he's missed the kick.
5, 4, 3.
Vogel into the
2,
middle for Castro,
1.
and he's blocked, and that'll be the half. An uncharacteristic mistake there from Honeycutt, but he won't get punished. And the halftime score is 2-1 for your Covenant Scots, a back-and-forth affair. Piedmont scored first, but goals from Tyler Johnson and Blake Myers will give the Scots the lead. 2-1 here in the first.
Low key and staying candid, reflect on all the things I try my hand at. Search for the equation to persuasions I'm used to. Finding comfort in the zones, impossible I get loose to. A mountain is Fontaine, spinning in monsoon and grinning is high octane. Explosive how I can, rolling down the hills cause life's a hassle. Encircled by my folly like a moat around the castle. Stay afloat, catch a second wind, then is the air I breathe. Teary-eyed, nose ready, wipe the snot on my sleeve. I'm calling on the Savior to be all that I need. Please forgive me my behavior, have me lost in ice speed. Times like these that make me sad. Lord, if you see me, please come on my way. I keep the breadcrumbs rolling when I'm straight. I'm sacrificing the price I pay. I feel it like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip. All feathers I make, like you. Try not to put the fire on the things I do. The fear of never falling in love, and the tears after losing the feelings of what you thought love was. Like the dirt still up under the rug. My life be like bad characteristics covered in Christ's blood. The joy of new birth and the pain of growing up. The bliss between giving my all and giving up. The highs and lows, paths and roads I chose and the cold I froze. Trying to ease my woes in this world of sin. Close to being defeated, so the God I said, words of help to win. And growing so deep letters can never express. So the sounds of ooh, I beneath my breath. My baby likes times like these that make me sad. Lord, if you see me, please come on my way. Like even breadcrumbs rolling when I'm straight. I'm sacrificing the price I pay. Like doing like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip. All feathers I make, like you. Try not to put the fire on the things I do. Like my life be like ooh, wah, ooh, dum, diddy. Here come that boy from the capital city. Last up on the bitch, new ditty. But they bars of the truth. I believe there's a bride that's stunning. And I believe in the kingdom coming. I believe if you seek the truth, you don't need to look far, cause it's gonna find you. So why do I trip and stumble? And ooh, eyes, commitment crumbles. I can't believe that I'm here again. My life be like times like these that make me sad. Lord, if you see me, please come on my way. Like even breadcrumbs rolling when I'm straight. I'm sacrificing the price I pay. Like doing like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip. All feathers I need, like you. Try not to put the fire on the things I do. Like times like these that make me sad. Lord, if you see me, please come on my way. Like even breadcrumbs rolling when I'm straight. I'm sacrificing the price I pay. Like doing like a fingertip. Sometimes I fall, I slip. All feathers I need, like you. Try not to put the fire on the things I do. Like
What they trying to play? They trying to play.
my life be like. My life be like.
Oh, no, they weren't asking about a song.
My life
They
be
were
like.
asking me to call out that Ruiz 19.
My life be like.
Like a million times. They just wanted to talk about it.
Yeah.
Is this on our playlist?
Huh?
This is a great song.
It's my playlist.
That's the way every day goes. Every time we no control. If the sky is pink and white, if the ground is black and yellow, it's the same way you showed me. Nod my head, don't close my eyes. Halfway on a slow move. It's the same way you showed me. If you could fly, then you feel south. Up north's getting cold soon. The way it is, we're on land. So I'm someone I hold true. Keep you cool when it's still alive. Won't let you down when it's all ruined. Just the same way you showed me. Showed me. You showed me love. Glory from above. With God, yeah.
Yeah, I have a.
It's all downhill from here. In the wake of a hurricane, dark skin of a summer shade, nose dive in the floodlines, tall tower, milk crate. It's the same way you showed me. Cannonball off the porch side, all the kids trying off the roof. Just the same way you showed me. You showed me. If you could die and come back to life, up for air from the swimming pool, you kneel down to the dry land. Kiss the earth that earth you gave you tools just to stay alive and make it out when the sun is rolling. That's the same way you show you showed the love more from regard. It's all downhill from here. Say what up to take it easy, so sweet. Which I might like this is life for mortality. Look, I had the reoccurring dream really teasing my mind. I search for a better purpose to be perfectly in line. A serpent is walking the surface, squirting and spewing lies. I find to watch on my bill, a waste of my time. I swung high off the sky from a tree with the vines and land on my feet. DDs, but dealing with pride, I need a breather to catch up on my second wind and speed up. Running from hell, a speed demon and sell a key jingling, jangling, jangling, and gun bang bang. That day you slain, insane, they playing that game. I've been praying for things when they could never buy. Like living dies a man, a cop with $1,000. I'm out of sight and out of mind. I'm out of mind, I don't mind it. Salvaging the silence to the Calvary's around. Balancing and climbing, moving forward, looking up and then behind us. If you love me, I can lead you where the light is. Words on my past like I run track is dramatic. My palace is Palomalu. I'm branded like getting sacked, and I race demons like NASCAR. No assistance like NASCAR. One step forward, two steps backwards. When I'm off the leash, I go to war for peace. Shoot with an eye open like I'm an ocular. I'm the opposite of a copper with copper tunnel. Ain't never took a hand out. The tunnel vision to it, got my plan route. Like a cockroach in the air from, I'm a stand out. Clock will tick like a doggy dance with the funky legs. And how I look for life when recording stands. And you know the answer. But you're the area, the press is no better than me. And here I am, following with blind man. Rocking with the ether child and overdrive, yeah. Outside the I-9, we go all night. Double low speed, double low shit. I hit the front gear, but don't drink. Souped up cars all around me. Hot box in the last speed. One more time on the road. One more time before we go. Come on, race. We gon' walk now. We don't play. One more way. We don't slow down in no place. I'ma go all out. I'ma ride tonight. It don't matter what we face. I'ma go all out. I'ma ride tonight. I'm the master of my fate. I'ma go off. I'ma go off. I'ma go off. I'ma go off. Gotta go now. Gotta go. Swerving in my wicked slow down. You already face the doors, but I'm moving wrong now. Automatic star, might be take a call now. Yeah, rock star, every level, good talk. Got you face on my for your lease out because it's true to y'all. First I shift it, quick burn no rubber like a moving dog. Dropping like I chop my top so I can relate to the stars. Yeah, relate to the stars. I'ma race you for a bank slip. I got nitrous in my girl, so tell me what you think. My adrenaline's like pumping, so I can stop playing. Come on, race. We gon' walk out. We don't play. We don't slow down in no place. I'ma go all out. I'ma ride tonight. It don't matter what we face. I'ma go off. I'ma go off. I'ma go off.
And we are back here at beautiful Scotland Yard for the second half of this game between Covenant and Piedmont. Your Scots lead the Lions 2-1 behind goals from Blake Myers and Tyler Johnson, about as far apart in age as you're ever going to get two goal scorers in college. And these two teams entering the second half with a lot on the line. Whoever wins this game will move into second in the CCS standings. And Piedmont is one of only two teams in the conference with the title within their own power. If they win here and then knock off Belhaven next week at home, they will win the conference in the regular season. If Covenant wins and then Piedmont wins next week, Covenant will win the conference. But any other result will see Covenant finish second, assuming they win tonight and win at Berea next week. Mattis will start the play up here for the Lions, and Grant will get the ball. Grant will play it through. And an early break here for Piedmont, but that ball just too strong for Grant. From Danny Castro, who's starting the second half, didn't start the first half for the Lions. The sophomore out of Watkinsville, Georgia, has played well today. Landgren looking for Gibson, and it's headed away. That was Jason Austin. Landgren will find Gibson. Back to Landgren. Landgren will find Tisdale. Tisdale to Gibson, and Gibson can't find Myers. And now Cash will find Ruiz. Great tackle there from Campbell. The referee didn't think so. Couldn't tell if he won the ball there or not. And Cash will have a free kick here for Piedmont, excuse me. It won't be Cash taking, it'll be Austin. Looks like he'll be going long. Austin's ball. Campbell will win the header. Collect on the outside. Laughlin's pressure is good enough, and Rhodey will send away. Tisdale does well. Tisdale looking for Tennyson. He's got Tennyson in space. Grant's there to cover. Grant beaten by Tennyson to the inside. What a tackle from Mattis to win the ball there. Mattis has had a great game at center back for the Lions, but then he makes a mistake. Campbell to Myers to Tennyson, and Tennyson looking behind. Jacome deals with it well. Almost had Tisdale in behind. Jacome's ball will find Grant under pressure from Tennyson, and Grant will find Ruiz brilliantly. And Ruiz will look long, and another bad ball from Ricardo Ruiz. He's found Honeycutt more often than he's found Lions today. Campbell does well. Campbell collects and finds Landgren. Back and forth start to this half. Myers making a run deep. It'll find Laughlin's head, and it'll bounce into Wood's hands. Bobby Wood and Eli Honeycutt with 3 saves in that first half. Wallace will look long. Mattis will handle well. Laughlin will pressure Cash, but Cash flicks beautifully to Ruiz. And Ruiz, lots of space to drive into. We'll play Castro down the line, and Rody's not going to let Castro past. Castro beats Rody, beats Laughlin off a fortunate bounce, and he's not going to beat Swinehart, and it'll be our Lions' corner. Swinehart got the worst of that one. He's limping away. Scots have been vulnerable from the corner kick this season. They were vulnerable last season. A big chance here for Piedmont early. Just 3 minutes into this half. Castro plays it low, and that's not going to work out. Landgren handles that. And it'll be a Lions throw. Castro's got it here. Gibson wins it off him. Rody smacks his hand, and it'll be a kick, it looks like. Rody's looking long. Tisdale may have drifted off sides, and he did. Tisdale confused by that call. Didn't like that one. And I'll give a shrug to the bench. Austin will kick long here for the Lions. Austin, long ball. Honeycutt calls for it, and Honeycutt will win it. And it'll be a foul on Castro there. Honeycutt will kick long here. Virtually a goal kick as the sophomore sends it away. Looking for Gibson, and Gibson wins it well. Cash will cover, and it'll be out for a Scots throw. Rody looking in the middle. Tisdale. Tisdale beats 2 on the dribble, and it's a foul there. Al-Suwaidi coming in hard from behind, but it'll be a Scots kick that Myers can't find Tennyson on. Myers will find Campbell, who will find Tennyson. And Mattis is there to cover. Oh, Tennyson beats Mattis brilliantly. Tennyson's ball into the middle, and Wood will handle it a little too high for Laughlin. Tennyson, a force to be reckoned with on one-on-one. Myers fighting back against Castro. Myers does very well. Brilliant play from the senior midfielder. Oh, but the Scots almost losing it there. Laughlin will keep it. Oh, my word. Castro comes flying in. And it'll be a Scots kick. Game's getting a little chippy here. Both teams know what this means. And they've had a couple battles these last few years. These two teams don't like each other. It's starting to show here. It'll be Swinehart that kicks along for the Scots. Swinehart's kick, that's going to find nothing but Lions defenders. Tennyson will recollect here. Campbell has Myers in lots of space here. Myers takes a little bit of time on the ball. Laughlin cuts well. Laughlin, didn't have Tennyson there. Missed it behind him. Wallace plays it well, but now Piedmont will have a chance to break. And Knight wins it on the second attempt. What a bad ball from Ruiz will find Rody. Into Myers. Campbell finds Gibson brilliantly. And the Scots have a 4-on-4 if they can go quickly. Gibson's driving. Gibson can't find Tisdale. Mattis defended that well. It'll be a Scots throw here in the near sideline. Gibson tries to turn there, but Cash defends well. Castro just finds Campbell, but a great play there defensively from Austin. And a long, hopeful ball will find Daniel Wallace, but it'll be a Piedmont throw here in the attacking third. Vogel scored today in the first half. He's got 8 in the season now. Prolific goal scorer for the Lions. Langren does well, though. And now Tennyson got Grant on his back, and Tennyson now has space. They're giving him a lot of room to drive into. Tisdale now plays Tennyson through. Tennyson's going to get there first. Can he finish? No, he cannot. He was clocked after the shot, but no call. It looked like that might have been a penalty. Tennyson wanted one, but the shot will flare harmlessly over the net, and it'll be Wood's kick here. Tisdale and Tennyson combined well there. They're dangerous. Lots of speed on the outside. End up top for the Scots, but couldn't get anything out of it. And Wood's kick, a low one, will find Vogel. Campbell does brilliantly there to win it, and Tisdale looks like he got caught off sides. Brilliant play from the freshman to come there to catch Tisdale out of position. Heads up for a freshman there. Great trap from Piedmont. And Mattis will kick here. His ball, another low one, and that'll be easy for Myers. Laughlin tried to beat Cash, and he'll keep it. Campbell with some space in the midfield. Campbell's looking long. That's a little floated for Tennyson, but Tennyson gets under it. Tennyson flicks it through to Tisdale. That has to be a foul. What a ball from Tennyson. That might have been the last man through, but it'll be a yellow. Might have gotten away with one there. Brilliant ball from Tennyson. Tisdale was through on goal, pulled back by Jacome, who was caught out of position that time. Tisdale got him back less than a minute later. And now a huge chance for the Scots. Can't get a ball much closer to the net than this. And now a huge chance from 18 yards out for Tennyson. He has not scored this year. 6 assists on the year for the senior. He's been a playmaker, but he's normally a goal scorer for these Scots. We'll see if he can break his duck here. The Piedmont wall, halfway to their own goal. Tennyson's effort is over the bar, and it'll be a goal kick. Tennyson hasn't been able to find the net yet, and he won't in that instance. It'll be Wood now. Jacome under early pressure. Laughlin can't cut it off. Cash will play it out to Castro. Doesn't have a lot of room. And Laughlin. Oh, it'll be a Lions throw. Thought Laughlin won that for the Scots. Cash will look long, and Rhodey says no, sir. Myers back to Swinehart. Swinehart will look long. Jacome will head back into pressure. Laughlin does well, and Gibson's got space. Gibson's driving. Cuts it back. Gibson wants some space. Well covered by the Lions midfielder there. And it'll be a throw-in. Great cover from Al-Suwaidi there. And Laughlin will have a throw. Even with the box here for the Scots. And Tisdale will swing it back around, and Myers has space. Myers will find Campbell. Campbell saw Tisdale on the back post, but it's just long, and it'll be a goal kick. Wood will play it outside to Mattis. Mattis driving, well pressured by Tennyson and Gibson, and it'll be a foul. The Scots were in, and Mattis bailed out. Tried to dribble 2 Scots there, couldn't get it through him. But it'll be a Lions free kick. Long ball is a good one to Grant, and Grant will try to beat Langren down the line. Langren doesn't let him. Grant spins back, and now he has the end line. It'll be Knight now on the ball. Knight trying to get past Campbell and Langren, and it'll just reset. Austin will try. Oh, it was deflected by Swinehart, but Honeycutt covered. Good reflexes from the sophomore keeper. A dangerous shot there from Austin. Honeycutt away. That'll be an easy one from Ruiz, but he misses it. Cash will win it there, and Ruiz will have a second crack at it, and Laughlin will win it again. Out to Grant here. Al-Suwaidi will find Mattis. Mattis pressured hard by Tennyson. Now by Tisdale, and he'll have to find Wood. Wood will look long. Laughlin will win it, but Scott's out of position there. And a break thwarted. And now Campbell will try and keep it for the Scots, and he'll win a throw there. Well done from the junior. Will Campbell, a fan favorite out of Augusta, getting some plaudits from the crowds, and it'll get sent back. Wallace creates some space and loses it there to Grant, but Campbell will find Tennyson in space. Tennyson's going to drive at Mattis. Tennyson beats Mattis. Tennyson does so well to find the space, and Jacome cleans it up. Tennyson beat 2 on the dribble, and now Ruiz will get away, and the Lions are looking to break. Ruiz gets past Campbell. Ruiz has all day. And Myers does so well to get back defensively for the Scots. Whoa, and Honeycutt's kick blocked. And Castro will just steamroll through Parker Rohde in the box. A veteran play from the captain there. Junior from CPA in Nashville. Made a good play. And now Blake Myers will bring it up the pitch. Beats Castro, but loses out there to Cash, who will send it long. And Landgren fighting with Vogel over there, and Landgren does well. Handles the pressure and kicks it out for a Piedmont throw. Graham will throw it back to Al-Suwaidi, and Al-Suwaidi will look long, and Rohde and Castro will fight over it. Piedmont wanted a penalty there. That was a fairly run-of-the-mill coming together for a header, and Castro sold the contact. It'll be a goal kick for Honeycutt. Honeycutt's kick away. And it'll be won by Piedmont, but won't get farther than Rohde. Rohde's looking long. Cash does well to hold off Laughlin. Laughlin will stick in. And Austin will play a good ball out to Grant if he can get there. She can. Tennyson bringing the pressure. Tennyson quickly. Tennyson wins a throw for the Scots. Campbell trying to find Tennyson again, but they can't connect. Al-Suwaidi will find Austin, who will hit a bad ball into Myers. Gibson with some space. Gibson hitting from long range, and it'll fly over the net. Gibson scored those before, but he can't put that one away. And Wood will send it outside to Jacome. And Tisdale will bring pressure. Jacome will handle it well. Oh, Laughlin wins it. Laughlin gets by a man, but he trips. Laughlin gets up well. Laughlin twists, turns, has one, and it's wide. Luke Laughlin off balance there, beat a couple defenders. Couldn't slide it home with his weak foot, though. He's had a couple chances. And the Lions will play it to Mattis and try and build up from the back. Mattis plays it long, and Landgren is there. Swinehart, high kick there. Mistake from the freshman Knight. And Swinehart will win a free kick, and he'll look long immediately. Cash was ready for that one. Maybe a mistake there from the junior, and Al-Suwaidi will just boot it long. It'll be a throw here for Landgren. Wallace will boot long for the Scots, and that's going to drift out of bounds for a Lions throw-in. Direct play from both squads right now. Grant will throw it in here for the Lions. He's looking for Vogel, and Landgren's pressure forces Vogel back. Vogel's going way back here. Landgren does well, wins it there, but Vogel retains it. It's through to Laughlin. The Scots have numbers. Laughlin tries to thread it through to Gibson, but he didn't make the run that Laughlin was expecting. And now Piedmont's looking long, and Landgren, who has been fantastic all day, sends Austin back, and it's won by the Scots. Oh, my word. Almost a mistake there from Swinehart, but it'll bounce harmlessly off of Vogel out for a Scots goal kick. Nervy moment there for the junior center back. And Honeycutt will send it away. Honeycutt's long ball. Tisdale gets up well. And I think that may have been a handball on Tisdale there. Not sure how he even managed to do that. Mattis is going to send this very long from the Lions' own half. He's looking for Grant. It's a hopeful ball, and Grant's never going to get there. Landgren now. And the Scots will sub here. Tyler Morgan checking back into the game for Luke Laughlin.
Ty Morgan.
Morgan, Tennyson, and Tisdale up top now for the Scots. They'll keep their midfield the same. Laughlin's had a good start to this game. He's been in for all 62 minutes up to that point. Tisdale does well there. Tisdale can't beat Austin. Myers squares him up, and Wallace sends it away. Mattis will get some space here. Mattis to Jacome. Tisdale pressuring. Jacome's going to have to place this ball well. And it's not a bad one. It's going to put Rhodey in a bit of a pickle, and Cash is not going to be able to do much here. No, he keeps it in. Cash back to Landgren. Landgren does well. Vogel will collect. Myers with good pressure, and Landgren will slice it away. Tennyson takes a brilliant touch, but he can't keep it in. Grant to Austin. Austin pressure by Tennyson, and a battle between the two. We'll see Austin keep it. And now Ruiz here. Early pressure from Gibson, and Ruiz sends it back to Landgren. Landgren to Tennyson, and Austin wins it. Lions with some sustained pressure here. Mattis, wow, right into Swinehart's head, and it'll be a Lions throw. Mattis may have been trying his luck there from 45 yards out. Not sure he would have beaten Honeycutt from that distance, but Swinehart wasn't taking any chances. Mattis back to Jacome. Tisdale almost won it there, but Mattis will have it. Mattis just hits a ball out of bounds. Misplay there from the center back, who's been good tonight. Been a playmaker for the Lions from that deep lying position. Morgan loses out there. Cash will find Ruiz. Ruiz to Castro. Castro stuffed by Rhodey. It'll be a Lions throw. Morgan wins it there. And Cash's throw is a good one, but Wallace covers well. And now Morgan will loop it over to Tisdale, who brings it down. Can Tisdale keep it here? Tisdale can't. Too much pressure from the Lions. Oh, great turn from Castro, but he can't keep it in. First time he'd gotten past Rhodey all day, but he couldn't keep it in bounds. Swinehart's looking long for Mo. Tyler Morgan, great turn. Ty Morgan. Oh, my word. What a ridiculous tackle from Jacome. And he's going to get sent off for that one, folks. That'll be his second yellow. And he's gone. The freshman is sent off. Morgan's still in pain. Jacome claiming he won the ball. I don't think it matters how much of the ball he won. He got 2 feet into Morgan's ankles there. And Jacome is sent off. The freshman center back. A huge mistake. And the Scots are going to be up a man here for the last 25 minutes of this one. A brutal tackle from Jacome on the outside. Not really sure what there is to complain about there for the freshman. Brutal tackle. And now the Scots will be a man up, holding this 1-goal lead. Some friendly conversations about the tackle happening in the box right now. Morgan looks like he's up and okay. And the game will reset here. It'll be Tennyson playing it into the box. His ball is a good one, but it's headed away. Campbell's got all sorts of space, but now he's got Knight on his back. Knight makes a good tackle, and Piedmont's breaking now. Piedmont has a 5-on-4 here. Mattis has to bring it back. Great pressure from Swinehart. Swinehart will foul there. A smart one from the the junior. Can't get his year right. But Swinehart makes a great play to stop a Piedmont break. Numbers up. It'll be Austin that sends it in here for the Lions. Austin's ball into the Gibson, the first man. A scrap in the box behind the play. Gibson can't get out of pressure. Now Mattis has got it. Mattis's ball is a good one across, but Vogel can't get on the end of it. A whipped ball in from the center back, who's been everywhere in the pitch for the Lions today. But nothing doing for Vogel on the back post, and it'll be a throw-in for the Scots. Langren finds Wallace. Langren's just going to look long here. It's going to be tough for Tisdale, and he can't win it. It'll be a reset for Piedmont. Chance for the Scots to reestablish a position here on the field. Wood's ball is looped. It's going to get over Campbell, and it's won by Knight, but Rhodey will find Morgan on the outside, and Morgan will find Rhodey. Rhodey looking long for Tisdale. Rhodey's ball is a good one, but it's well handled by Alsuedi. Bill does well there. Tennyson can't find a streaking Blake Myers. Gibson wins it. Tisdale one-on-one with the keeper, and he slices it wide of the net. Just pulled that shot wide of the left post there. A good chance for Tisdale, but Wood will kick it away. Tyler Johnson and Zach Moyer are about to check back in for the Scots. Johnson had a goal in the first half. Moyer played well out in the wing. Rhodey wins it there. Morgan will find Rhodey, who will loop it over. And Cash will collect, pressured by Gibson and Morgan. Cash's ball stays in. And Rhodey does well there to find Wallace. And a ball won there by Campbell. But a miscommunication. Myers going to have to fight for this still. Myers does so well. Gibson looking long. Morgan, will he get there? Foot race that Cash wins, and a foul called there on the shoulder-to-shoulder contact. Morgan not happy about that call, but the Lions will send it away. Campbell does well there in the midfield. Gibson now with the ball for the Scots, and it's one off of him, but it's going to be a foul. Ruiz with a strong tackle there in the midfield. That draws the referee's ire. Oh, and a brilliant ball from Swinehart to chip it over to Tisdale. Tisdale finds Campbell, and Campbell will find Langren in acres of space on the right wing for the Scots. Langren, the right back's ball into Tisdale. Mattis is there. A force in the air for the Lions. And Grant will clear it long. And it'll be easy for Wallace. It'll be a throw.
Now coming in for the Scots, number 9, Tyler Johnson. And number 3, Zach Moyer.
Tisdale and Tennyson will make way.
Number 7, Boris Bosick.
Tennyson and Tisdale played well today, but haven't found the net. And it'll be Johnson and Moyer replacing them. Also, Boris Bosick checking into the game. It'll be another, Langren keeps it in for the Scots. Myers checks in, wins that well, and Langren now with a lot of space. Johnson making a ghosting run in the box. Langren's going to find Moyer here, who's going to play it in one time, and Mattis is there to handle it. Johnson pressures Mattis, does well, but Mattis tries to beat him, can't, and Moyer, it'll be a goal kick. Unfortunate for the Scots there. Well, no, a throw-in. The Scots will take that one. It'll be Grant throwing it in next to the corner flag here for the Lions. Scott's trying to keep him pinned back here. Grant finds Knight well. And it's sent away by Alsuede into Castro. Castro tries to keep it in there, and Rhodey will find Honeycutt. Honeycutt will look long. There's nobody there for the Scots, and Alsuede will collect. A flying tackle. Campbell does brilliantly to win it off the ground there. Grant will cut off that pass out to Moyer. Moyer and Grant fighting, and it'll be a throw-in for the Lions. It was a good tackle from Knight there in the middle, but Campbell from the ground made a great clearance. Ball into Castro that Rhodey will take care of. And now Morgan. Morgan with space to drive into. Morgan looking for Ty Johnson, can't find him. And now Knight will send it along. Castro in a foot race with Swinehart that he's going to lose. Swinehart tries to make a play on it, but it'll be Piedmont throw. Cash into Castro, and Castro will try to beat two defenders, and he is stuffed. And that'll be a goal kick. Looking for a foul there. He's not going to get it. And Rhodey waves him off. Luke Laughlin checking back into the game.
Number 12,
It'll be Gibson that makes way. Laughlin's got a lot of minutes this year, and he'll play most of this match. Gibson will get a breather here for the Scots. Laughlin and Gibson have both played well. Swinehart will have it now. Swinehart will send long to Moyer. That's going to be a tough one, and Moyer takes a brilliant touch, but Grant is there to clean up for a Scots throw. Johnson now, and Mattis wins the ball off of him brilliantly. Mattis looking back to Wood. This is going to be a tough one. Laughlin pressuring Wood, can't get there, and Wood plays a great ball out to Grant. Grant looking for Vogel. Vogel cuts inside. Campbell sticks in and wins it off a Knight. Campbell's been brilliant today. Moyer looking long for Johnson. Johnson's got it. Now Laughlin, and it's a bad ball from Johnson. Could have sprung Morgan there. Rhodey will find Morgan with a long header. But Morgan misses his touch, and Cash will do well to defend. Morgan beats him. Great play from the sophomore transfer. Morgan gets past one, gets past two. Laughlin wins it. Oh, no, it's a foul there. Laughlin tried to shield the ball off, but ended up pretty much slide tackling. Can't tell who that is for Piedmont. It looks like Bosick, who just checked into the game. And Wood will kick it long here for Piedmont. We've got 17 and a half left here in this second half. It's still 2-1 Scots. Landgren does well. Mattis looking long, and that ball is sent way out of bounds. And it'll be a Scots throw. Landgren looking down the line to Laughlin. Laughlin will lose out here. Knight pressured by Myers. Knight looking for a ball through, can't find it. And it's going to be a foul against Covenant there on Blake Myers, and it'll be a Piedmont kick. Austin, the junior out of Milton, Georgia, will kick here for Piedmont. A little bit of confusion in the box, but here comes the delivery, and it's off of Tyler Johnson, the front man. Unusual. And a header to Spring Johnson, and now the Scots have space. Johnson, pressure by two. Johnson gets around Basique. He's got Morgan on the back post, finds Moyer. Moyer, shot, goal! What a finish from Zach Moyer. Tyler Johnson sprung beautifully past the first line of Piedmont defense, and a one-time weak-footed finish from the sophomore Zach Moyer puts the Scots up 3-1.
Number 3, Zach Moyer.
What a finish there from Zach Moyer. He had 2 goals and an assist in the season coming in today. That'll make it 3. And the Scots now with a commanding second-half lead. Tyler Johnson, the freshman, with a goal and an assist today. And the Scots now have some breathing room and a chance to move to second in the conference with a win today. Piedmont down a man now is going to have to dig deep to find something. We've got 16 minutes left here in the half. as Knight will kick off here as the referee's having a discussion. Not exactly sure what's going on back here. Gibson waiting to check back in for Covenant. And the referees have had their discussion, and we'll restart play. Ty Morgan checking out of the game.
Knox Gibson.
And Knox Gibson checking back in, and Laughlin will move back out to the left wing, it looks like. Ty Morgan, a great cameo appearance for the sophomore transfer. Had an assist today. He's been all over the field for the Scots. He'll check out, having done well. Gibson will press Al-Suwaidi here. And now Mattis's long ball to Grant is a good one, but Grant can't keep it away from Landgren. It'll be a Piedmont throw. Grant's throw. Oh, brilliantly done from Vogel. And now Al-Suwaidi will find Knight in the box. Knight will back to Vogel. Vogel will shoot. Great save, but Piedmont is on the board. No offside call there. Honeycutt made a great save, but Piedmont has made it 3-2. The Scots switched off at the back post.
It's a Piedmont goal by number 8, Philip Nowick.
Philip Nowick, the sophomore substitute, will score here, and Tisdale and Tennyson will come on for Johnson and Morey, who just combined.
Cade Tennyson.
Rhodey visibly frustrated with the no offsides call there, but it looked like he was on, and Nowick will tally a goal after a good save from Honeycutt. And it's 3-2 here. Mattis will send it long. Looks like Vogel was in an offside position, and this will be an easy one for Honeycutt. Honeycutt out to Landgren, and this game right back to an intense one. The Scots only had the lead for about a minute. Might have been less than a minute. Tennyson looking for Laughlin through. Bostique plays it back to Wood, who plays it through. And Cash now with some space. Tennyson with some light pressure. Cash's ball over the top, and Rhodey will handle it. Myers will find Campbell. Campbell does brilliantly and puts out Suwaidi on his back. Fantastic play from the junior. Campbell finally gaining confidence here in this match. And the Scots trying to gain some possession here with 15 minutes left in this match. Landgren drives into some space, finds Tisdale. Tisdale down the right wing this time. His ball finds Laughlin, but it's cleared away by Cash. Landgren will collect with time. Landgren's ball, a hopeful one to Tennyson, who's going to bring this down. Pressured by 2, and the Lions will win it off him there. Campbell in a good position. Campbell finds Gibson, finds Tisdale, finds Gibson again. Gibson, goal! What a play from Tisdale and Gibson. Gibson will take the kind deflection that took, but that took the Scots a minute to peg the Lions back. And after 29 minutes of no goals here in the second half, we've had 3 in the space of 2 minutes.
By number 18.
It didn't take the Scots long to put the game to rest again, and this lead surely is a comfortable one for the Scots. Campbell did well to find Gibson, and Gibson and Tisdale just beautifully wall passed around the Piedmont defense. Gibson looking for a finish at the far post, and his a massive deflection off of a Piedmont defender. Couldn't tell who it was. Took it past Wood at the near. And it's 4-2 now, Scots. A high-scoring affair here in Scotland Yard for the first time this year. And Laughlin catches Knight there. Al-Suwaidi now. 4-2 here for the Scots, and Asim will send it deep. Piedmont's going to need a miracle now. Looked like they had their goal. Asim's ball is a good one into space, and Cash's header will flick harmlessly out for a goal kick. Honeycutt will kick here short, and Swinehart will collect the ball. Swinehart's long ball Won by Piedmont. And now Campbell. Oh, Campbell pressured by Knight, but Campbell will keep it. And it'll be a throw in for the Scots. William Campbell having a great game. Playing the 6 here for the Scots. And Rody's throw. We'll look over to Tisdale. Tisdale can't keep it. Bosick does well. Mattis beats Tennyson, but can't beat Campbell. Tisdale finds Tennyson, finds Gibson. Gibson does well to keep it, and Myers has all sorts of space out here. Myers looking for Tisdale. Good ball. Tisdale collects, and it's into Wood's hands. A fantastic ball over the top from Myers to find a streaking Tisdale. And now Mattis, who's had a great game for Piedmont, is down hurt. Clock will stop with 12:17 left. And the trainer, Ryan Clark, will make his way out in the field. And Mattis will return to his feet. And he'll walk off the pitch, helped by Clark. It'll be Christopher Bellin, a sophomore out of Switzerland, that'll check in for Mattis.
Now entering for Piedmont, number 17, Chris Bellin.
And Wood will get us back in play. He'll bring the ball up a little bit. Tisdale will think about bringing pressure. He won't. Wood will boot long. Wallace, the only one there, and Wallace's header out to Grant. And Tennyson will bring it under control here. Tennyson loses it to Grant. Grant will reset here. Aussine's going to look to play a long ball. It's a good one. Landgren's there. And Nowak almost had a second. But Honeycutt will collect and look long for Myers. But it's cut out well by Aussine. Laughlin's going to get there first, though. And Laughlin will just let it go in for a throw. Tisdale going to try and go down the line, but he'll lose it. And it'll be Bellin with the pressure there, but Aussine that'll throw it. Never mind, it'll be Cash into Aussine. Pressure by Laughlin, and it'll be a Scots forced turnover there. Tisdale will find Campbell, but it's a bad ball from Tisdale. He's frustrated about it. Myers does well, but he can't win it off two, and Knight will win it here. Campbell does well. Knight's going to run out of room, and it'll be a Scots throw. Great pressure from Campbell again. Landgren into Tisdale. Tisdale will win it beautifully from Alsuady there. Out to Tennyson in space. Tennyson goes inside. Tennyson driving still. Tennyson finds some space. Plays Laughlin and all sorts of space on the outside. Laughlin cuts in, hits it left-footed, and it's in! Laughlin makes it 5-2, and it's turned to a rout here. Tennyson with the assist. That'll be his 7th on the season. And Luke Laughlin finds the scoreboard again. Fantastic finish there, weak-footed from Laughlin.
Luke Laughlin.
That'll make it 3 on the season for him. The midfielder's been everywhere today. A brilliant game for the junior. And it is 5-2 Scots now. Out of sight for the
Scouts,
Scots.
number 23, Jackson Hinson.
Hinson will check in
And
for
number
Myers.
15, Josh Crisp.
And senior Joshua Crisp will hop in, for Daniel Wallace. Crisp will play right back, and Rhodey will move into the center for the Scots. 3 goals in the second half for the Scots. 3 different goal scorers. And Vogel now will try and flick it over Laughlin. Langren handles it well. Laughlin will pressure. And Aussine's ball will sneak through. Now it finds Knight. Knight cuts through. Knight makes a good move and hits off the post. Off of Josh Crisp and sent away. Piedmont almost made it 5-3. The Scots switched off at the back again. And it looked like it'll be a foul in the box. And it'll be a kick for the Scots here. A great chance again. Knight did brilliantly there to get space in the box. But bangs it off the post, and Josh Crisp's deflection did not take it in the goal, saving him from the own goal and saving the Scots from having to worry about a comeback here. Honeycutt will kick it away. It'll be a battle. Gibson will win it. Tennyson collects with space. Will drive, beats Grant inside. Tennyson sends Tisdale. Tisdale looking in the middle. Laughlin through to Gibson, and it's cleared. The Scots are feeling it offensively. It'll be a throw-in on the far side. Landgren will throw it here. Hinson will collect, and Hinson will go back to Swinehart, who will do well to Campbell. But Campbell loses out there to Cash. Hinson looks long, and it's deflected, still in bounds. Swinehart's going to have to find the keeper here. Now he'll try and beat Vogel with his feet, and he will. Campbell sends Laughlin into space. Laughlin's onside. Laughlin takes him on. Laughlin across to Tisdale on top of the box. Tisdale loses it, but Tisdale wins it back. Campbell tries a long shot, and he'll just send it flying over the bar. They do call him C.R. Bill, but that's not why.
Now coming in for Piedmont, number 5, Delroy Mattis.
It'll be Wood that sends it away. For those of you at home watching that can't tell, Will Campbell is sporting a beautiful handlebar mustache right now. I think that's really brought his game up as he wins a header there, yet again, powered by the mustache, but Tennyson will lose it for a handball. It'll be a Piedmont kick. It'll be Aussine that sends it in for the Lions. Aussine's long ball into a dangerous area. Mattis puts it on goal, but Honeycutt is there. Mattis has just been everywhere for the Lions today. And the Scots will have it with 7.5 left. Swinehart's long ball is hopeful, and it'll pin the Lions back. Bostic will send it long. And Hinson will win the header. Hinson's going to have to win it again. He does. Gibson will get up for it. Aussine wins it, but Laughlin's got it now to Tennyson. Tennyson tried to thread Tisdale through. Gibson finds Tisdale. Tisdale to Gibson. Gibson's going to go for it, and Wood saves. Gibson going for a tough half volley. Couldn't put it away. Looking for his second goal today. Tisdale a second assist. They couldn't finish it. Vogel tries to let it run through, and Rhodey handles it well. Vogel loses it to Laughlin. Laughlin's not going to like that call. It'll be a Piedmont kick in a dangerous position here with 6.5 left. Aussine will send it in for the Lions. Aussine's ball straight to Honeycutt. And now the Scots with a chance to break. Honeycutt's going to throw it long to Tisdale. That throw cleared the center circle, but Bostic will send it back. I don't know if Honeycutt knew he could throw it that far. Vogel will collect here for the Lions. Slams it into Tisdale. Tennyson. Mattis now pressured by Campbell and Tisdale, and he'll send it back to Wood. Scott's keeping pretty high pressure, and Wood will look long. It'll clear Swinehart's head and trickle into Honeycutt's hands. Honeycutt will look to collect. Not the most sure touch, but he'll throw it outside to Crisp. Crisp finds Tennyson. Tennyson just keeps it, finds Crisp back in, and Crisp will play it off of Grant and out. Anderson Ivy, the junior, checking in. He'll take off Tisdale, and it'll probably be Tisdale's last involvement in the game.
Scots, number 7, Anderson Ivy.
And Ivy will be playing the 9. Might be the first time in his career he's run up top. Crisp will throw it straight into Grant's head, but Tennyson will collect. Gibson will keep it. And the Scots will reset. Rhodey, a big touch. Straight to Mattis. Anderson Ivy. Pressures well. Mattis slams into Campbell's back, and Crisp will boot that way into the stands. And the Scots fans will drop that one. It'll be Mattis that throws it in to Austin. On a good ball there, but Campbell cuts out the second. Tennyson now into space. Tennyson's got all sorts of room to break into. Tennyson outside, and Laughlin will collect here in the left wing. Through to Ivy. Ivy pressured, and Ivy will win a corner kick for the Scots. Scots will take their time with this one as we tick down to 4 minutes left in the match. And Weston Marshall, the senior, will be checking back into the game. And he'll take off Will Campbell, who had a masterful performance in the midfield.
16, Weston Marshall.
Marshall will move up top, it looks like, and Laughlin back into the midfield. Weston Marshall, a crowd favorite, getting a chant from the fans. Tennyson's ball is a good one. It's bounced back up. It's still in the 6. Gibson collects well. Gibson tries to turn. Anderson Ivy. Shot tipped over the bar by Wood. Anderson Ivy, a great effort there. Ivy with no goals this season. Could have been his first. Tennyson will send in another corner. That ball is deep to Swinehart, but Swinehart can't keep that one in. They've drawn that one up before, and it's worked. That one didn't come off for them as Wood will send it long. Wood's ball way back. And Crisp, a diving header out of bounds, handles that one pretty well. Knight will try and throw it in quickly, but the Scots cover well. And Grant will throw it in for the Lions. Grant will find Mattis back. Mattis hits a looping ball up. Tennyson and Cash will fight for it. Cash will win it in the air. Hinson to Cash. Cash finds Knight. Knight does well to keep it. Knight loses it there, though. Joshua Crisp with a good tackle. Crisp comes flying in. Grant wins that one. Al-Suwaidi looking for the back post ball, and there was nobody there. Austin couldn't get there in time. And as this game moves in the last 2.5 minutes, the Scots feel pretty good about this one, up 5-2. Honeycutt will send it away here. Honeycutt's ball is long and good, but won there by Austin. And Hinson will race over there, and Hinson does well to win a throw. Heads up play from the freshman. And Langren will jog up to take the throw as we move into the final 2. Tisdale to Langren. Langren loses out there. Long ball, Swinehart wins it, but Vogel will collect, and Vogel will get some space here in the midfield. Laughlin sticks in, and Laughlin wins it. Crisp will just boot it away to Basik. Basik's looking long. There's nothing there, though, and Honeycutt will cover. Knight cleared out Rhodey behind the play there. Crowd not happy about that. Landgren boots it long. Gibson will bring some pressure. Basik will play it back to Wood, and Wood will kick it away. Crisp with some time here. Crisp will head to Grant. Couldn't get it over him, and Grant will collect here in the midfield. Vogel now with some space. Vogel loses it to Langren there. Langren does brilliantly. And Langren's ball down the line is in. And Anderson Ivy in a weird situation. It's 1-on-2. Tennyson sprinting in to make it 2. Tennyson will shoot. It's saved. Ivy's ball looped to Marshall, and it's handled there by Bosseek. A chance there. Tennyson wanted the goal. Marshall will collect, send it back to Crisp. Crisp will lose out there tonight. Knight will find Grant. Laughlin, though, handles it. Laughlin, great move. Not sure if he meant to fall over there, but Laughlin will collect. And this might do it, folks. Marshall with the ball into the last 30 seconds. Marshall will find Gibson. And Gibson will take his time here. Bring it to the corner flag. He'll lose it to Bosseek. And we are down into our final 15. The Scots, a great win here tonight on Scotland Yard.
10, 9, 8, 7, 7.
Gibson
6,
will dink it into
5,
Ivy.
4,
Ivy will cross
3,
it in.
2,
Headed away by
1.
Mattis. And the Scots will come away with a 5-2 victory tonight against their conference rivals in the Piedmont Lions. They moved to 3-2 in conference. They moved to 7-5-3 on the season. And the Scots now in second place in the CCS with a chance to secure second against Berea and move into first and win the regular season if Piedmont can knock off Belhaven next week. Your final here, Scots 5, Lions 2. Thank you for watching, and go Scots.
Thanks, Ryan. Needed that one. I was way off with my overrun. Half the goals. I thought it would be like a 3-1.